what if the 3PL provider goes out of business or you fall out with them in a major way? Now again, this is a legitimate fear. Your 3PL provider will hold your valuable stock. If they get into trouble financially or fall out with their suppliers or fall out with you, then that means that you're in trouble also. Your stock won't move until you move it to another provider in a very drastic situation. This could be a huge hassle, it could be at the wrong time, it could be at the busy time of year. Lots and lots of things can go wrong there. Now, the fact of the matter is there is a relatively low barrier to entry into the 3PL business. It's fairly easy to rent a warehouse, create a website, and then suddenly be in the 3PL business. And so it's possible to have fairly inexperienced and not very capable people set up a 3PL business and do it badly. Now this means there are, how shall we say, some less than competent outfits out there. Doing 3PL, as with anything in life, does take skill and experience, and you really don't want your stock sat in some cowboy outfits warehouse. But how can you, the customer, tell the difference? There's a number of clues. Number one, the less experienced and stable outfits will normally offer rock bottom prices. This is how they entice people in. They will market themselves as such. So that's the first clue. Watch out for people just offering their main sales pitches, we're cheaper. Because cheaper isn't necessarily better. In fact, most of the time it isn't. Number two, they've only been in business for a few years. If they've only been around for a couple of years, they haven't been tried and tested. It's a competitive market space. So a company that's been around for quite a while is obviously doing something right. But if they've only been in business for a few years, it's a warning sign. It doesn't necessarily mean that any company that's new is bad. That's obviously not true, but it's just something to watch out for. The third is a little bit more ineffable. It's that feeling you get when you speak to their people. Is there a kind of super slick sales talk that sounds very, very good, and they're saying all of the right things, but your gut tells you that you're being sold to? That's probably not a good sign. Instead, do they seem genuine, despite perhaps not having that super slick, polished salesperson doing the sales pitch to you? That's probably actually a good sign. Do they seem to genuinely believe in what they're doing? Human beings are actually incredibly skillful at discerning whether someone's genuine, so pay attention to that gut feeling you get. If you choose a 3PL provider that doesn't sell on price, has a good established track record, has been around for a while, who your gut is telling you is trustworthy, then you probably won't go too far wrong. Now, there's always a risk with any core supplier that they might go out of business or get into financial trouble, and that's always a problem for any business. This risk can be reduced by simply choosing wisely though. Making those kinds of decisions often come down to a feeling rather than cold hard logic. Do I trust the person with my business? If that feels wrong, then it probably is the wrong decision.